Hello and welcome to ranking every Monster High Manster on a tier list. Well, not every single one.
I'm sure we missed one.
We've missed a couple, I believe. But they're more obscure. This is everyone that we could find. Yeah, pretty much.
If we forgot your favorite, I'm sorry.
if we forgot your favorite or we forgot someone, write it in the comments.
We'll do another one.
Yeah, we'll do another one.
Okay, first up, Generation 1 Gil.
Generation 1 Gil. I gotta put him...
I think A tier.
I think A tier too.
Okay.
Because, he's great, but he's not, superb.
Yeah.
He's a sweetheart. So, we gotta put him in A tier.
Okay. Finnegan Wake.
Finnegan Wake is A tier as well. Finnegan Wake, if you didn't know, is... Well, I'll put him on screen, too. He is,
the tier list should be
he was only in the webisodes, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And he came out as a doll.
The really challenging...
But he's...
Jason, he's...
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know.
Yeah, the game show thing.
I don't know what it's called.
He is really freaking cool and awesome, and I love the inclusivity of, having a character that's in a wheelchair.
It's nice to have such cool representation for wheelchair
Exactly, and Monster High has such wonderful representation anyways.
I love it.
And it's just really, really great.
Okay, what is his name again? That face tells me you don't know either.
No, I don't. Let me Google it.
Looking it up on your Kindle.
I'm looking it up on my Kindle. Don't judge me.
I won't.
Okay, so...
It's not like Logan's gonna watch
Andy Beast.
Andy Beast.
Okay.
Okay.
Andy Beast, I feel like he was great, but he was forgetful.
Yeah.
He was great, he was interesting, but he was forgetful, and... I don't know, he seems a little threatening.
He means well.
He means well.
Off the wall because he thought Bloodgood was in it.
But it's... I don't know. I feel like...
He's not the best out there. I'm gonna go C tier.
I'm gonna go C tier as well.
He's right in the middle.
Yeah, he's not bad, but he's not fantastic.
Okay, next up is Pharaoh. We just
Pharaoh?
Watched Boo York,
oh my gosh,
Boo York.
So we just watched Boo York, and then that's what inspired us to make this tier list. So, Pharaoh, I have to put him in A tier, because he's amazing. He's awesome. He's a really nice fit for Caddy, they go together really well. And I just think his character is really interesting to have, that kind of suffocating mom, but then he breaks out of it to make his own music. I think it's really...
And I loved at the end when they reconcile, and she's like,
exactly.
If it makes you happy, then it makes me happy.
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful story, and I think it's a wonderful, And
when she dipped Ramses, his spine was a noodle, that was funny.
Oh my god, yeah, we need to find a screenshot of that and put it in.
Next up, the picture is the webisodes Heath, but we're just gonna go with Heath in general.
Okay. Heath Burns in general.
3, 2, 1.
S tier.
Yep.
I love Heath Burns. I'm a huge Heath Burns fan. I love that he's this hothead, flirty, kind of fun guy, and he's hot. He's a hot-headed in the way of he's really flirty. He's really kind of forward-ish. He's very confident and fiery and passionate. But he's not angry because they could have easily yeah.
He's got the roots.
They could have easily made him angry and that sort of thing, but
hot-headed kind of character.
But he's not. He's just
he's just cool.
He's just cool.
Okay, next up is Hoodoo.
Hoodoo?
I love him so much.
I'd put him in A tier because I feel like he's great. He's a really good character. He's really funny and supportive. I feel like he's also a bit of a trans allegory, which
yeah.
Yeah.
He's got big genderqueer vibes.
Exactly.
He's I'm just like Veronica Von Vamp, but a boy.
Yeah.
I love him.
He's great. He's got to go in A tier.
Okay, next up we've got Slow-Mo.
Slow-Mo?
I love him. We hardly ever got to see him though.
Yeah, I got to put him in B tier.
Because
he's still Slow-Mo is really good, and I love I love having another zombie, and especially one that's just kind of the normal average high school student, and is just a really sweet guy.
And he's adorable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, next up is Romulus.
Romulus.
The Giga Chad of Monster High.
The Giga Chad of Monster High. Romulus. I don't remember his last name.
Romulus.
I put him in
D tier is what I'm thinking.
I was thinking E tier.
E is right.
He's right. He's kind of not alright. Yeah, honestly. He's kind of... he gives me the ick.
Yeah. He's kind of creepy.
Yeah. Okay, next up.
Well, wasn't he, super negative about Claude and Dracula dating?
Oh, yeah, he's monstrous as well.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, next up is Jackson.
Jackson is S tier for me. Jackson is S tier. I love.
If you disagree,
I love how nerdy he is, and I love how like yes, technically he's a normie, you know, but he's still welcome at Monster High, and everybody loves and appreciates him. Aside from Manny Tor.
Manny can suck it up. I think you're gonna agree with me on this. Victor Frankenstein goes in S tier.
Victor Frankenstein goes in S tier because he is...
I didn't take screenshots of the...
Okay, it's very strange to say this, but... So he's Frankie's grandfather, right? He created her parents, and then her parents made her. I think he's incredibly attractive. So I have to put him in S tier.
I do have an edit saved of him on my phone,
yes, he's so cool, he's so smart, and without him, there wouldn't be any Frankie, you know, so...
I'm a huge fan. I love the book Frankenstein. I love Frankenstein's monster-related things.
I just love inventors, and especially ones that are, like, mad scientisty, you know?
Mad scientists.
We gotta put him in S tier.
Yeah. Next up is Garrett.
Garrett, listen.
We did not get to see enough of him.
Listen,
I wish we had
I love
more.
him. I think he's great, but I gotta put him in B tier.
Why B? Can you explain your choice?
I'm saying B tier because I think he's wonderful, but I feel like... I don't know, I just personally feel like his story wasn't fleshed out quite enough. Like, they could have done a lot more with it. Even though it was really well done and it was a really good story, you know, I feel like they could have done more.
Definitely.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him more.
Next up is everybody's favorite gay vampire, Valentine.
Valentine. Okay, Valentine goes in... Is E before D? No.
E is after.
Valentine goes in C tier for me.
C tier?
C tier.
Explain.
Because of his villain plot, right? And I know I think he has an arc, but it was so creepy and unsettling, and he did that for years, of just breaking girls' hearts for years to make this collection.
No, C
right? And all of his maliciousness in Why Do Ghouls Fall in Love to break Draculaura's heart, it was... I have to put him in C tier, because yes, he does, like, have a
he doesn't love himself, so he's
yeah, it's kind of like a self-love thing, where once he learns to love himself, he becomes better.
Once he learns to love himself, he's fine. Does he drop the fake southern accent?
I hope so, because that accent...
off the line!
It was so bad!
I don't know how they didn't hear it through the phone. Yeah, he put his hand over, that's not gonna muffle everything.
No, it isn't.
So he goes in C tier. Next up, Holt Hyde.
Holt Hyde is...
If you don't say S, I'm gonna be so upset.
I was gonna say A.
Give me a good reason why he needs to be
Well, because, listen, I do love Holt Hyde. I especially loved him in the books. Him and Jackson in the books.
Second time you've done that.
By... wait.
Lisa something.
Lisa something. I think it was by Lisa.
I don't know.
Something. I have them around here somewhere. I'll find them and I'll post it.
You loved him.
But I loved him in those, and I thought he was really good in those. But I feel like in the webisodes and in the movies, he just kind of felt like he was thrown in there. They didn't really, like, try to include him as much. And they did a really good job of including kind of everybody in Friday Night's Frights. Like, they really made it look like they were a community, like they're all friends. You know, they really demonstrated that. But I feel like in a lot of the other movies, he just felt kind of shoved in there. Like, they needed someone to go in that place, and they just tossed him in.
Now that I think back on it, I do think that he almost seemed like too much. Like, they were really trying to push this, like, energetic, music-loving, whatever.
Yeah,
and he was just one-sided.
Yeah, we never got, like, another side of him. We never got, like, a deeper sort of connection with him.
Like, them to flesh out his story more, and I hope they do that with G3.
Oh, yeah.
So, A tier? B tier?
I'd say B tier.
Okay. I do wish they had done more with this character. Yeah. Next up is Invisibility.
Invisibility.
I love Invisibility.
I love Invisibility. I would have loved to see him more. I think his character's really good. I think his design is really good. I really love his design. And, I don't know, I think B tier.
B tier? Can you explain your reasoning?
Well, I say B tier because we didn't really see him enough to, like, know...
Yeah, because, like, this picture, I think, is either fan art or he was in the webisodes, and he was in Haunted.
That's from the comics.
Wasn't he? Was he in Haunted?
He was in Haunted, because he got pulled back to the ghost school, remember?
Porter was there, left Porter.
Yeah, so Invisibility, you know, I think he's great. I loved his character in the books. He was hilarious in the books. We didn't see him enough, which is funny, because he can turn invisible, so...
I don't even think about that.
So that's
Next up, I forgot their names again.
Oh my god. Okay, so Gary and is it Rocco? I think it's Rocco.
Yeah.
Gary and Rocco, the gargoyles from the Skulltimate Roller Maze Granite City team. I put them in E
think,
tier.
I think D, because they did have the redemption at the end, where they were like, okay, fair point.
And
Frankie.
you do have a bit of sympathy for them there.
'Cause, like,
okay, we'll put them in D.
Yeah.
Because they did cheat, and they did injure several other, like, fellow players.
Destroyed
Rebecca completely, like, busted her apart until Gulia put her back together. So, like, that's gotta be, like...
It's
I don't know. That's an F tier for me, but...
Well, there is no F on here, so...
Okay.
Okay, next up is Manny Tor.
Manny Tor. He feels kind of misogynistic and definitely, like, monstrous to me. Like, he hates the normies.
Yeah.
Hates the normies, and he's a bully. But he is really cute with Iris and, like, has, like, a soft side and everything.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of like a dude, you know? He's just kind of a guy's guy.
He becomes friends
with Jackson later on. Yeah. So I'd say... I don't know. I'd put him in C tier.
C tier. Okay.
I'd put him in C tier.
Because
he's, like... He's got good, but he's also got bad. He kind of balances himself out. He's just kind of in the middle.
Okay, next up is Spelden. I love Spelden. We just didn't see him enough.
Yeah, we did not see him enough.
So
I wanted them to explore the relationship with him and Valentine more, but now that G3 is going, I don't think they're going to.
Probably not.
Unless they release, like, Monster High comics, like, more Monster High comics.
That would be awesome.
Then they could go back to the G1 and kind of expand upon that.
Yeah. So, what do you think? I'm thinking B tier.
I'm thinking B tier as well.
I really like him.
I think he's a great character. He just needed more substance. He needed more of a story. And I would love to see a doll of him someday, but unless somebody makes one, I don't think we ever will.
Probably not.
Like a one-of-a-kind doll, you know?
Next up, we have Porter Geist.
Porter Geist.
I love him.
I love Porter Geist. We love an artist. We love a... confident, kind of confident, you know, a little bit flirty guy that's, like, not... Fruity. He doesn't... yeah, he's fruity. He doesn't push too hard. And he creates art, and he's really sweet, and I love, like...
He's a bit of a rebel, you know?
Yeah, but I love the duo of him with Spectra. I love how they kind of balance each other out. So I would put him...
A.
I would put him in A as well, because I think he's just a great character, so...
Okay, next up we have Deuce Gorgon.
Deuce Gorgon.
Absolutely love him.
Absolutely love him. S tier.
S tier.
Yeah. Deuce Gorgon. He loves to cook. Like, canonically, he loves to cook, and he's really good at it. Like, you help him with the cooking club in the New Ghoul in School video game, and it's mentioned in the books and the comics and things like that. He also has, like, a kind of strained relationship with his mom, so he's really close to his cousin, Viprine, which I think is really interesting, and I love her so much. Like, she's one of my favorite characters. So, I just kind of like that, like, I love how Monster High is so inclusive, and it doesn't always show everything as everything is perfect. You know, it kind of shows you, like, a bit more of a real side without it being too scary, so it's, like, something that kids can process and relate to.
Butting heads with his dad.
Exactly.
Or mom.
His mom.
Or... you know,
and Cleo's mom trying to, like, or Cleo's dad trying to, like, orchestrate everything.
Yeah, like they really butted heads there. And and Nephra is.
And it's
same with Toralei.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like that they don't show like, oh, everything's perfect here in the monster world. They show like,
oh yeah,
hey, Gulia just saved everybody from dying
from a comet hitting Earth and exploding the whole of it.
Like, it's a heavy topic.
It is.
Oh, everybody could have died.
But they handle it so well that, like, it's not terrifying.
Yeah. They made it like, oh, it's a really good story arc.
We need to get back on track.
Okay. Last, but definitely not least, Claude.
Claude, S tier. Yeah. S tier. I love him. I love how cute he is with Draculaura. I love their dynamic.
I love them.
And I just love his character so much. Like, he loves sports and he's really good at them. And I love how he, like, helped captain the Skulltimate Roller Maze team, the Monster High one, when it was all the girls. I loved how he did that, especially once he stopped trying to treat them like the boys, like when he was being supportive and giving really good advice. I really loved seeing that side of him.
And I love his relationship with Claudine, like in what's it called? Why Do Ghouls Fall in Love? When she was like, no, get her something that, like, important, and he gets her the box of junk that's actually really important stuff to them, and it helps.
And I also love her little, don't tell him I said this, but Claude is a great guy. Like, they really, you can really, relate to them with your
said-
siblings if you have siblings.
Yeah.
You really understand like that is a sibling dynamic. Like that's
us.
what they're like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He set
exactly.
my standard for a relationship. Like, I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
if my man does not treat me that well, I'm not gonna stay with him.
Yeah.
If my partner, I'm not,
And he's
my
just
partner.
he's just a great character all around. Like he's
I love
so
him so much.
funny and sweet and just he's just great. I love him. That's the tier list. It's done. If we forgot anybody, please let us know in the comments if anybody actually watches this.
Yeah.
And let us know.
Will.
One
To
person
that
will.
one person, hello.
It's probably our mom. Hello, Mom.
Hello.
So-
What if it's not?
Then that would be very strange.
You are now our mother.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Definitely.
Also, let us know what you would rate everybody, like where you would put
if you
them.
Disagree with our
If you disagree,
placements,
let us
or,
know.
You know, if you have any other introspective.
Exactly.
What's the word?
Perspective.
If you have
to
a different
add.
perspective, or if you want to add something else, let us know what we think. You think, not we think.
And I believe that at some point soon we're going to do a tier list of all of the ghouls,
Yep.
which is going to be a lot more, so that's going to be probably a lot longer of a video.
Yeah.
This one's going to be maybe 20 minutes-ish.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Rambled a lot.
If you have any requests for tier lists that we should do, Monster High, Ever After High, anything related, FNAF characters.
I've got a lot of ones that I would put in S tier.
Yeah, absolutely. We can do things like that. I think that would be really fun, and I'm really excited to see where this channel goes. So that has been me reviewing
And me.
things. Me and my dearest brother doing a tier list of Monster High characters, going off on a little tangent, and kind of reviewing them a little bit.
We just yapped for half of it.
Yes. But
And this is all our personal bias.
Yes.
We've seen almost all of the G1
we grew
movies,
up
the
with Monster
webisodes.
High.
I mean, the entire shelf of them over there really speaks.
Yeah, I have a huge collection of the dolls, like
The
over
abominable
200.
hand in your purse.
Yes, I have several hands in my purse right now.
That's weird.
Never know when you're gonna need a hand.
Need a hand?
So, but that has been it. Thank you for
Yep.
watching. If you made it this far, if you liked the
Thanks.
video, leave a like. If you didn't, you
Tell
can
us
feel free to dislike
if
or
you don't
tell
like
us if you don't like it. Tell us what we should change.
Yeah.
That's been a video. Goodbye. I
It
hope
was
you
something.
Yeah. Stay hydrated and have a wonderful day.